Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Party Midnight and this is Party's Guide to Revelations. This is how to get the two masks that we so far know of. Now, earlier in the Dorizen Drak, Shangri-La, and Kino video, I showed you that if you throw a grenade up into that hole above where that skull was floating, if you throw a grenade up there and have it explode in there, it will drop out that skull and it will start to float if there is zero gravity. I think I will demonstrate that pretty soon here. And that hole is actually where the where the wolf arrow used to be in Dorizen Drak. But once you do that, the skull will fall to the ground and it will levitate as soon as there is no gravity in the area. Of course, now when this happens, you want to get kills. Like, as you can see, it's floating and spinning, and you could see that there's a soul floating to it. Now, I think it's about 20 or 30 kills, maybe. It's relatively quickly, especially if you do it on the early rounds like I am here. It doesn't take too long, but keep in mind you can only get kills for it when it's floating in the air, and it has to be relatively close. Like, they pretty much just wait till they're past that little rock there that you see, or not little, but just try to get them relatively close to it, because if you kill them too far from it, like I think I'll show that off, yeah, right there, that was too far for it. So try to get them really close, try to train up the zombies together and kill them in hordes. And like right there, that kill didn't count because gravity turned back on. So just be careful about it, don't get yourself killed, like I almost do plenty of times here. And you should be finished with this. You'll hear a noise that will be kind of relevant. Like, you'll hear the noise multiple times if you're going for all the masks, and as far as we know, there are these two as well as the owl hat, and I think there might be two more helmets, masks, whatever, but that might be for a future video whenever we learn how to get those. So like I said, you want to just train them around. It takes a while for the 0G to come back on. I think it's maybe 3 minutes in between each cycle. I can't really tell you. Maybe a minute or two. Maybe I'm just over exaggerating. See, right now it's coming back on. So if you want to time that from when it turned off in my video to now, but if you heard that little growl thing, that means it's over. And you can finally head off and get the wolf mask. You go through here, or you could go through the other door. I pick up the M8A7 here. But, of course, you go down here and you have to enter through Kino to get this. You go through here, go up the stage, and in the back there are mannequins, and this mannequin has the wolf head. The wolf head allows you to sprint for much longer, and that's just about it. That's where the purple stamina perk comes from. You don't need stamina up, but if you do have stamina up, it will actually be much better. Now I'm going to display something else. You want to build the Apothicon or the Keeper Protector, whatever, here. Well, you could build it wherever and it will show up everywhere, but I would suggest building it in Kino and sticking in Kino for a while. And summoning the Keeper in Kino. That way it makes it easier to access the Keeper mask, which is what we're going for next. Now you need 5,000 points to summon the Keeper. You can contribute points at a time, so if you're playing co-op, I believe somebody can put in 1,000 and another person could put in 2,000 or 3,000 or something. But basically we're just going to be building up points, and don't ask me why zombies like to get stuck on the stage into a little like barrier where they just lose all their AI. I'm trying to remember what the name for it was in Radiant. For World at War there was a specific name for where the zombies could, the pathing pathing grid, something like that. I mean, I never ventured too deep into it, but you know what I mean. I feel like they forgot to put some of that right there in that little small tiny area. So right here there's an ICR1, and I was actually thinking about buying it, but I only needed 800 more points, so I figured why not. I'll just deal with it, you know. I don't need ammo anyways. But yeah, so pretty much this helmet, or the Keeper mask, is way better than the Wolf mask. I don't know why you'd want the Wolf mask. Maybe there's going to be a step in which you need to sprint as fast as you can to get, you know, across the entire area or the entire map as quickly as possible, but I don't know. So you want to summon the Keeper in, and you just let him go to work. You know, he's really strong, but you can't be standing around. You can't just stand in one area. You have to be running the zombies around and actively running away from them, and he'll get kills and he'll do everything for you. He's really strong, so just sort of, you know, let him do his thing. Don't get in his way. He can't damage you, as far as I know, but yeah. So after a few kills, or after maybe a round or two of this, you might hear the noise again. Personally, I hardly ever hear the noise when I'm doing the Apothicon thing, but, or when I'm getting the Keeper mask, but that's just me, I guess. Yeah. That's why it's easiest to do this in Kino, so you can always check. But he's also able to help kill the Panzers and the you know, the other Keepers, and even the Margwa itself, which is really nice. But yeah, so if you heard it right there, I think that was the noise that signified me getting it, and there it is right there. Now what this does is it gives you damage resistance to turned Keepers, as well as plus damage to Keepers that have been turned, so you can deal more damage to them, as well as you get one more hit from the zombies, so it's like, you know, extra bonus to Jug. And ever since then, we figured out how to get a new helmet, the Viking helmet. So first what you want to do is you want to come to this area in Der Eisendrache, you want to shoot 9, you want to shoot the 3, and you want to shoot the 5 on that clock right there. And this is how you're going to get the new Viking helmet, which is still not as useful as the Keeper helmet, but nonetheless, it is nice to have if you can't manage to get the Keeper helmet. So once you do that, you're going to see 4 urns around the map, much like how you achieved the lightning bow in Der Eisendrache. You're going to see 4 of these, and with each of them, you're going to want to get a few kills, somewhere between 5 and 15, at these locations. One in this area in Der Eisendrache, one in Kino in the projector room, another in Verrückt where the table is, or like up by where the jump pad is in the room with the table where the shield part could also be, and lastly in Origins right before you get to the room right before where generator 3 would be. And it's the top part of the door that you can open, if that makes any sense. Now, sometimes it is known to be bugged. You'll be killing zombies right next to it and it won't activate. You'll see like blue souls fly into the urn, and you'll hear a little noise that plays with it. This is the projector room right here. This one works better than most, I think. From my experience, of course. So yeah, just keep that in mind, and just get a bunch of kills. And when you hear the noise, it kind of reminds me of a foghorn kind of noise. Here's the one in Verrückt right here where the shield part could be, and if you go out that door and to the left, you'll jump through the jump pad, just to give you some retrospect as to where this is. Sometimes I find killing them as soon as they come out of that window, it will give the souls, but sometimes it won't. It's very iffy. So just keep that in mind. I might as well give you a bit of gameplay here as I see, to just sort of give you an idea of how fucked this thing is, because hey, got a kill right there, didn't go in. And also, if you'll know you'll be done with it if you look at it and you see a little blue orb, like a glowing, like, I can't get you footage of it, but you'll know it when you see it. Like, it'll be like an inch or two right above the blue lightning. You'll see, and I go down here because I'm an idiot, but you'll see a light blue orb just right above it. As I get finished up here with this one. If you heard that right there, that little gasping noise, as it sounds like, you're done with that one, and you can move on to the next one in Origins, right here by the Pharaoh Wallby, right there under the table. Again, this one's kind of buggy too. You'll be right next to it, get some kills. It won't work, but you still won't get kills no matter where you are. But be careful about this one, since you can get yourself trapped, and this one's the most dangerous of the bunch of them, honestly, in my opinion. This and the Kino one, there's not really much room in both of them, so be careful. So some strategies that I did to get this one is I would try to get kills while they're right coming through the door, or just jumping up on that little pad there. Sometimes it will work, but I don't know if you need to be standing next to it. I did that with the Kino one, and it seemed to be working a lot, but then I think I did it with the Dreisendrache one, and that one didn't work. And you can see I'm doing it here, and it sometimes works. You know, it's very buggy, like I said before, and I almost messed up on getting this one because I didn't notice it. But once you get all 4 done, you will hear a foghorn noise similar to that of Call of the Dead, and the Viking mask will show up right there. All it does is give you 1 hit extra. I would suggest staying with the Keeper mask for the extra damage towards the taking Keepers and the 1 hit. I mean, it's the most useful as of right now. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I will be sure to make more updates if we find any more of these masks. Goodbye.